And we got Luxray under 130 stream streak, 130, and Pretty Picture dropping as well. So thank you so much for all the, everyone popping in here, getting your points, hanging out, and doing all the good stuff. But yeah, so to catch up on what this game is. So this is a game I was only introduced to existing in the universe yesterday towards the end of stream. That a good friend of the channel, Pankrara, was like, hey, Rual, there's this game, I think you'll like it. And I looked at the Steam page that Eonek linked me, and I was like, oh, I want to play that. So originally I was going to start today with Fabledom, and instead I'm going to start with this. We'll still get to Fabledom. Basically, from my understanding, is this demo. This is the demo version that came out with Steam Next Fest this past year. I'm under the impression it takes about 2 hours to see through. So we're going to do that. My first impression, just opening the game, was they had this beautiful, like, scrolling down of, like, the trees and all that. I can't really show it because of the way the game focus works and all that. It gets cut off. But, and it just, like, looked stunning. Even just the intro screen, which, sure, that's no basis on how good the game is. But it's like, okay, you took time to make a good intro screen. They've got this giant thing basically telling you, hey, this is the demo. You only get to play your first 10 days. And there's all that kind of stuff, so you check it out. I like some of the effects they've got here, but even just going into the settings, they do a lot of really fancy stuff here that leaves me a good impression. You immediately have where you can customize your day length. I didn't check to see, so 18 is default. So you can go up to 30, and you go down to that. So you can cut it about in half, or go about not quite twice as much. The graphics, not a whole lot to say here. It's all fine. Now audio, this is something I've not seen in another game that leaves me impressed. So I had lowered the audio music to 50, so it's gonna make it a little bit louder for a moment, but like, you can choose default where it has the balance they kind of anticipate you wanting. You could do it where like the music is popping and the other stuff gets suppressed. You can have the music get like way out of your way, and these are just default settings. And I'm like, I have never seen that before. But that is really kind of snazzy. So let's lower that volume back to where it was. But it's like, okay. Like, that's not really an accessibility thing. But, like, very genuinely, I appreciate that. Because there are times where it's the game that just got music jams. Like, man, I don't care about this other stuff. Give me the music. So it's like... Just the fact that it's clear that they took consideration of the different audio profiles you might consider puts it a hair above everyone else who, like, 99% of games you pull up, and you pull it up and it's just all your audio things max out to 100%. And then if you're like, okay, if the game's too quiet, well, I guess just screw me or something. But realistically, you immediately throw your headset on the floor and go, oh my god, my ears, and then lower the volumes a whole bunch. So just the fact that they've done that. Now that said, normally on a lot of games, I gotta crank that volume down to like 30%. So I am a little concerned where this did start at 100%, and it's honestly not in a bad place volume-wise for me, which does make me worry they need to adjust this. But still, credit where credit is due, that's snazzy, and I like that. The interface, you could change like what units you want. Do you want a minimap that spins? Do you want it to be straight? Like just like, the straight up minimap. You can just get rid of the minimap entirely. You could choose the units that all of the world use practically, or just the US, which I'm more familiar with, which it did default on the US units for whatever it's worth. You can have it automatically advance dialogue or not. You've got your input stuff, pretty straightforward, nothing really to cover here. And then under the accessibility, you've got, like... That's a crunchy sound. We'll just go like this real fast. Take that. Okay. That's better. It's just like, click, it's like, oh, you've been loud. But yeah, so you've got, like, your various more common types of, color deficiency, color blindness. So you have like the red, green, orange, blue, that kind of stuff. So you can choose it and say, I want this to correct my colors and all that. How severe I need it. I have no idea how good these color filters are without having one of those conditions. I can only guess. You have aim, you can toggle or hold, which is good. You can turn off your screen shake and all that. So, I might end up switching those. But you got a lot of accessibility stuff, the start menu slick, all that. But let's get into the game itself, because Ming. Welcome to the Sunnyside demo. This experience is offer you a taste of the full game entails. Be aware the demo is limited to 10 in-game days. As Sunnyside is still under active development, you may encounter bugs, and we are actively bug fixing, polishing, and optimizing the game. This demo is not intended for QA purposes, so we appreciate your understanding and patience with issues you find. We kindly ask you to look past any imperfections and enjoy the essence of the game. Feel free to replay the demo as often as you like. Okay, please select your preferred game mode. Before you move to Sunnyside, please select the type of homesteading experience you enjoy the most. This game mode will impact the behavior of certain systems across the game. You can change your game mode at any time. Okay, so the economy is set to normal, so we have cozy. The economy is set to normal, battles are simple, easier, and less frequent. XP gain is set to normal. Rare item drop rate is increased. Crop and resource harvesting quantity is increased. RPG mode. The economy has increased difficulty. Battles are complex, challenging, and more frequent. XP gain is slower. Rare item is set to normal. Crop and resource harvesting is set to normal. And right now you can only choose between the two of them. You could like split them up. I'm going to keep it on cozy for the purposes of the demo to give me like a baseline since that was their default thing. I feel like depending on what type of game it is, because there is combat in this game, as you're probably noticing over here. It's supposed to be turn-based combat. But it does make me curious, because it could even be that RPG mode is more like playing like a Final Fantasy game with a side of that. I don't know, I haven't played it before, but let's see. But the fact that they have that, again, give people what they want. Oh, that's an interesting introduction to a character creator. So I can move our nose up and down. We can make it narrower or wider. I do kind of appreciate... So normally with a lot of these, you have to like grab the character, and they still give you that option. I do kind of appreciate that the character's like looking around occasionally, so you do get the view of like the nose and all that more. And it might even be, now that I've moved it, that they won't do that anymore. Okay, so you can add like a really tall bridge. How pointy or round the nose is. Alright, we're not going to put a huge amount of time. Oh, but of course, you can have the unnaturally and uncomfortably wide smile. Make it go totally cursed. Flashbacks of best friend Binky at my time at Sandrock. Yeah. Poor best friend Binky. Yeah, so you can make them like broader lipped or tight lipped. You can adjust the chin. So you've got most of your like standard sliders. I'm wondering what age we're supposed to be, because this character very distinctly looks like they're just straight up a teenager. Okay, so that's the face stuff there. You got like various like beauty marks and that kind of thing. And you can do two different layers. You can change the colors of them. We've got hair. I've also noticed we haven't hit like where a lot of games you have to go in and be like, you know, this is the gender. I haven't noticed anything to imply that there's a a gender selection, and the hair color, the haircuts and all that, they definitely are like, hey, do what you want. We do have a face that can easily be thrown in either way. Yeah, there's like a pretty wide range of haircuts here too. Probably just choose any. Sure. And we can. Oh, interesting. So instead of having like the brightness darkness ladder, they still have that down here. I like how you can choose eye colors for the hair, so you can make your hairs and all that match, I guess. That is some wild red hair right there. We'll just do that. Color 2. Sure, why not? We also have our eyebrows we can choose. We got some fun selections here. That is a very, very... There. The beard will save us. Because it's like... I was like... Our character is... very feminine with that hairstyle. It's like, okay... Put a little facial hair on there, and we're good. That didn't really do much. Yeah, that second color is really not noticeable on this one. High visibility to motorists at nights. Yeah. We won't worry about it. Just goofing off with some of the stuff. So we've got our various eyes. They're gonna have like... Yeah, I was gonna say narrow eyes, tall eyes, like the giant anime, like, eyes and all that. Ah, so they're also two-tone. Let's do blue... Okay. Oh, your eyelashes are a separate thing. Okay. Interesting. We can, of course, accessorize. Oh, good, a choker. Excellent. I used to, going way back to when I was like a teen, because I've collected rocks a long time. I haven't done much with it these days, but I used to collect rocks. I used to actually have, it was started out as a necklace that had a piece of tiger's eye on it, and then just the glue gave out and I have no idea where the tiger's eye, and then I put like a piece of quartz on it. But I used to have something like that. Yeah. Mildly mimic it, because it was just like a piece of like leather whatever. I don't even remember where I got it from. So low key, for me getting glasses, I would have ones like this, either no frame or not a lot of frame. But generally, I wear smaller glasses. Like, glasses like these, they look fine on people. To me, when I wear them on my head, it looks terrible. They're like these giant things. They just really don't work with my head shape. But in this particular case, I'm gonna do these ones because these ones without the frames look a little weird to me. We'll just do them silver. Be the lens color. Yeah. Can we get a proper orange in here? I also used to have a pair of sunglasses. I had one that was like blue like this and one that was orange like this, which they mess with your eyes in ways I cannot explain. If you wear a pair of like blue sunglasses for a good couple of hours and you take those off and you look around, everything looks weird. Because like it just messes with your perception of color for a little bit. But you have to have the large lenses for your field of view, aviator? Yeah. No, I know a lot of people are that way. I can totally understand that. So you get like all sorts of piercings. You can get your eyebrows and all that sort of stuff. I'm gonna go with none on that. And you have 3 different sets. I was about to actually say, it's like, oh yeah. Yeah, no, they were fun. One of those pairs of glasses is inside the wall of one of my friends, their parents' house. They were building a garage, and we went in there. And the sunglasses, I can't remember what, they were trying to get something off of like an overhanging, what do you want to say, like storage area. And I went up there, and I can't remember why, but I went to sit my glasses down to get them out of the way, and I sat them up there, and then they fell into the cinder block wall. So inside that wall, there's a pair of sunglasses that live there forever. But yeah, so apparently you could do 3 different sets of different sets of piercings. Because at first when I was looking at this, I didn't notice the 3. I was like, oh, so I could choose to do like the one ear. I'm like, oh no, so I could do like through the bridge of your nose, then go to the next one and do like a different section. So yeah, that's cool. So if you want to like get all that, I hope you didn't care about the, no, those ones are cheap. I learned at a very young age to not spend a lot of money on that. Why when I chose the body shape did the music pick up a lot? You're like, oh yeah, you're about to choose your body shape. So you can be twig or honestly still very lean on the muscle. We can make ourselves roughly a natural build that way, or starving to death. I appreciate this slider. So like obviously it's choosing like how feminine, like well endowed are you and pecs. But I like that if you wanted your character to not have stuff, it's halfway. I'm just, you almost never buy expensive glasses, sunglasses. You usually get them from the dollar store flea market. Yeah, it is the same way with me. I had like one nice pair of glasses I got in all that time. And they went, is this going to be like how bulgy the groin is? Oh no, it's the hip width. Okay, I was like looking at this, I'm like, what is this slider? I'm concerned. I understand. That's far more comfortable than my initial impression was about to be of it. I was just looking, I was like, why are we looking at the groin? Why am I having a slider with the groin? I didn't realize we're playing, what was it? Cyberpunk. Okay, so we have outfits, and then we have top and bottom. So my assumption is, okay, so all of the outfits are dresses, just to be clear. So we'll be moving on from that. They need arrows that point from the hips? Yes, because at first when I looked at that, I was like, why is this camera weirdly focused on the groin? I'm not sure what to do with this. Oh yeah, we're definitely, oh wait, we can literally just walk around with no shirt on? Excellent. I like how I didn't even have to set it to orange, and it just happens to be on the correct color that is orange. Who wears short shorts? Protagonist wears short shorts. I actually think those are supposed to be briefs, because when I unselected the outfit, it went away. Like, I have to know. Yeah, that is the unselected outfit. So you could run around like this, and I'm sure the game would get really weird. Orange is the correct color? Yes. I don't need to explain that, right? We all just accept that orange is the correct color. Oh man, I haven't seen a tank top like that since the 90s. The ones where like the arms just go down for a mile. Yeah, and so for like male and female presenting, you have it where you don't see the bra and you have it where you do see the bra. I can get behind that. I'm actually appreciating the clothing selection here. I do wish they had full outfits for male presenting. Whether it's like a suit or a track outfit or something. I get it. It's just things that are one piece that cover the whole part of you, which is mostly just dresses. Sure, we'll go with that. So we can choose... I see. Why not? Actually, let's go for natural colors. We can put a brown on there. Alright, and pants. For a moment, I looked at that, I thought it was a wallet chain. And I was about to be like, please tell me. What is those pants? What are those pants? What is this supposed to be? Are like these so tight down on your calf that they need like a breathing spot of mesh? Oh, excellent. Perfect. Was there a shredded shirt? I don't remember seeing a shirt that, like, a sleeve was ripped or something. No? It's weird that they have a pants that, like, one of the legs is just... It's not cut off. It's clearly, like, ripped off. I'm here for it, but also still weird. That's for, like, if you're riding. Like, get your leather pads and all that. You got, like, track pants... Sweats, other sweats, denim shorts that are above the knee. Yeah, below the knee. It's an important question. Alright, I mean, I'll let that slide. That's close enough to below the knee for like, the 90s board shorts style. One torn off leg and some wild animal attack. Yeah, it's, I'm digging the selection, and it's all, like, it's designed to look cel-shaded. I mean, it is cel-shaded. And honestly, they do a good job of presenting a lot of these that they don't look terrible, because there's a lot of cel-shading. There's some people who do it really well, and there's definitely cel-shading where it looks, like, really just weird. Those pants are just weird to me. And there's gonna be the one person in chat who's like, I have pants just like that at home. Cool. They're weird to me. No judgment, but they're weird to me. Okay, so what do the colors do here? So that's the upper pockets. Good enough. I'm not gonna worry about too much. So we got our pants. We can also have, on top of our shirt, another layer. Honestly, some of these aren't that bad. I kind of like the lab coat. Granted, a lot of these make your shirt choice underneath completely irrelevant. And what's the third color for? Maybe it's just not used on this one. Alright, so you got like this weird black lab coat. Well, dark gray. Alright, lots of boot options. There. Yeah, we'll break out some sandals. That is not an outfit that goes together. It's perfect. Socks, leggings, other leggings, other leggings, other leggings. Full-on leggings. We're gonna pass on the socks. We're not gonna do the sandals and socks. We can get a watch. I do like that we have the option. So you got like a smart watch, you got like a classic watch, and you got what looks like a Fitbit. Oh, and it's smart to actually like zoom in to like to the wrist. Fitbit in either hand. Sure, we'll just go with that. Good enough. Join Squirrel today. Collecting friends like squirrels collect nuts. First name, last name, username, bio. That is a really weird way of doing that. They do have one of the accessibility things is to turn off camera rotation. Okay. Sure, why not? That's so terrible. Also, our screen is definitely broken. Try that one. You can't really see it because our screen is definitely broken. So you could choose your username. User name. Excellent. Bio. What up? We are a farmer to be, and all this. We can choose our gender expression. You are hyper feminine, squarely feminine. You are feminine, lean very slightly towards masculine. You are non-binary, agender, or gender fluid. You are masculine with a lean towards feminine. You are hyper masculine. I'll put as you are squarely masculine, because like hyper masculine sounds like dude gym bro. That is a really weird slider. I kind of like the idea. So okay, so that's kind of neat. I like that. That's a different way of presenting that. So instead of just being like, okay, how you want to, it has more nuance. And then for all the people like, meh, pronouns, you just slap that all the way to the right and just be done with it. Move on with your life. Doesn't hurt anyone. Gender cannot be expressed with whatsoever. They actually had, when I was reading about the game, they actually had this entire like 3-paragraph thing that they're saying, okay, like we like, here's things we believe in, this is a difficult decision we made, but like just for the limitations of our dev team and all that, this is the way we're implementing it because we can't actually do stuff. And they did actually say that the other characters you interact with actually do have an existing preference due to their own story arcs. So there will be male characters who are into other male characters, or male characters who are into female characters. And like, you can't just choose anyone to match. And it has to do with their story. But they do represent the wide spectrum of different groups and all that. It's just the existing characters do have their things. They didn't take the Stardew Valley of approach where everyone is just totally neutral and you talk to them, and if you interact with them, then they, effectively are whichever way. Gender. If you're trying to say male and female, you're wrong, scientifically and objectively. Okay. Like, you're just not correct. All right, can we go ahead and get a little ban there? It's fine if you disagree and all that, but you are objectively wrong. Do some science. Akira, you finally did it. I did what? What do you want from me? Oh, okay, I had to click on it more directly. You finally did it. I did.
Thank you Noah Plo for subscribing for 20 months. Time flies when you ooh-wee a lot.
Hey Noah Plo, how's it going? Thank you for the tier 1 sub. Been subbed to the channel for 20 months, so I really do appreciate that. That's a year and 8 months. And, you know, thank you so much for that continued support. I do hope you have been enjoying your advertising previewing as well as access to the emotes. They really came here just to complain about the gender. Oh, there is a whole range. I'm gonna go ahead and just like do the discussion while we're on the ad break, just because I want to avoid people missing stuff. Like there's a whole thing like when people sit there go, oh, but there's only 2 or whatever. It's like, no, that's not supported by anything. You look at almost all the animals out there in existence, and they don't even have the concept of gender identity. It's just not a thing that they have. They have behaviors and mannerisms that some of them show, but then you also have a whole bunch of them that don't fit into that mold. And then when you compare us against other things that are evolutionarily similar to us, like a lot of the great apes and all that, they are a lot more nuanced, and if we're being real, they get real freaky. They all get real freaky and play the entire gambit however they want. Like, really, really all over the place. It's just human beings that we have this concept of gender that you're like, oh, you're supposed to wear pink, you're supposed to wear blue, you're supposed to like this, you're not supposed to like that. And it's not natural, it's not aligned with the way evolution has worked or how people work. It's a very artificial thing. So yeah. And that said, if you're someone who identifies as like you're male, you present male, you whatever, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. That's the beauty of the thing. You are included. Like, if you have problems with people having pronouns, here's a hint. Just use the ones you like for yourself, and you can ignore the rest of it. And guess what? It doesn't hurt you. Now, I'm not saying ignore, like, people's preferred pronouns or whatever. The point is more, when you, like, go into a game and it's like, you know, he, she, or sorry, he, him, she, her, they, them, you know, whatever. Or like enter your own whatever, and then people get bent out of shape over him. Like, man, imagine being that fragile. Imagine that is all it takes to upset you. That literally I could put a tick box on a piece of paper, and that you start like foaming at the mouth with rage about how upset you are. Well, yeah, it's very much thing. Yeah, it's the same people who cried about pronouns in Starfield. Oh yeah. Gender change throughout time. Gender is different over cultures. If you look at the animal kingdom, gender and sexuality break down a bit compared to human experiences. Yeah, like many things in life, it's complicated, and the world is not as simple as you're taught in elementary school. Oh yeah, no, we me and two have had conversations. This isn't even like on the gender identity or anything. Like stuff you're taught into like elementary school and middle school and high school that is objectively wrong. Like we were all taught Newtonian physics. Do you know what is not right? Newtonian physics. Did we land on the moon successfully using them? Yes. They're okay-ish. They're not right, but they're okay-ish. They're right in the, if I'm going to stand back and like hold a ruler 10 feet away and go, that looks okay, but not actually have it up there, it's like that good. Or they'd have like, here is the 3 states of matter, solid, liquid, and gas. And you're like, you're wrong. There's also plasma. And then there's like a dozen different ones that are kind of in this weird halfway point between these, or slight alterations of all these. Yeah, the taste, that's one that Toom brought up. Is, if you remember in elementary school, they would show you like the tongue and it'd be like, you taste bitter here and sweet there and sour here and all that. That's not even remotely correct at all. there are slightly increased concentrations of some taste buds in different parts of your tongue, but they're not even consistent with, you know, person to person. So, like, that's just a whole thing. Or, sorry, Pluto is still a planet in my heart, yeah. But there's just, like, lots of stuff that you're trying to teach the concept, but objectively, when you, like, dig into it, you're wrong. Like, it's incorrect information. A lot of stuff they teach you about nutrition in school is not actually right. Thematically, it's kind of in the right direction. But yeah. Well, right, there's gender identity, which is, like, how you personally associate, and then there's, like, you know, the bits and the baubles and all that, which is a totally separate thing. Alright, so we're back from the ad break. Welcome to the future. It's not that exciting. My only sibling finally joins the world of social media. It's exciting. They've deliberately made them misspell besides. Besides, I need to keep tabs on you somehow. I am not a child. Yeah, right, and even that. It's not productive. Yeah, I know our screen is cracked. No, but I still care about you, and I still can't believe you're doing this. I know, we talked about it. Yeah, I was gonna say, you are growing a luscious beard there. I couldn't imagine trying to dye your beard that bright of a color, but, you know, it's still crazy. So, what's the town like? Dunno, train dropped me in Higashi. I have to catch the bus from here. Please tell me you can fix the screen at some point. I really hope so. A bus? So it's in the middle of nowhere? It's an opportunity. Sometimes you have to leap when an opportunity comes. You know, I'll never be able to afford a place like this. You still might not be able to. Only one way to find out. Well, I'm here no matter what happens.
What's the worst that could happen?
Thanks, Akira. Hey, what are big sibs for? Let me know how it goes. So we're basically getting all the backstory here. So this would be like, character creation for D&D. So this would be the equivalent of like when you're playing Stardew Valley and they're playing that open cinematic and they're like, my boy, here's your gift. Don't open it now. Wait, we're kind of going through, it's like, why am I going to this place? And so what we've gathered from here is our character has expressed that they cannot afford to live in the city. They have gotten on social media for the first time with their bigger sibling of unspecified, you know, anything. Their bigger sibling. And we are on our way to what is being expressed as the middle of nowhere. I will. That lab coat with the shorts and sandals does not work. And I'm here for it. That feels like a very... I don't even know. So, like, Florida, you're notorious for people wearing long pants and sandals. I don't think I've seen, like, the full-on, like, jacket and shorts and sandals, really. Yeah, a cracked screen also implies. Yeah, they also did imply that the character doesn't have a whole lot of money. Yeah, no, that's the thing. Our character probably actually had a real job, like a real like sound-paying job, but keeping their multiple tone dyed hair when their like natural color we'll just pretend was black, means that they're going to get it like touched up every 4, 5, 6 weeks because it would be a war to keep that looking that way. All right, day 1 exploration. We have apparently unlocked 2 new songs, whatever that means. So we can go to the Sunside bus stop, the old farm, and I didn't get a chance to read the last one. Yeah, I mean, like, even where I just dyed my hair purple for the charity thing and all that, or was it? I always forget if it was for the charity stream or if it was for the one for just the channel. It doesn't matter. But where I dyed my hair purple, even that wasn't cheap. Not even remotely, and it wasn't even a complicated hair dye. Oh yeah, and if you didn't gather, this game is very themed in Japan. And it is supposed to be rural Japan. This does not look particularly rural to me. We've also, apparently, every single time we hear a new track the first time, it's like, you've unlocked this new track. Anyway, welcome everyone. Thanks for being here. My name is Mayumi. I'm a member of the Sunnyside City Council. We'll start the auction in just a moment. We appreciate your patience. Wait, don't we get to see the place? How do I even know if I want it or not? Well, there was an image in the advertisement. Who are you? This is Hiro. He is also a member of the council. You expect me to buy a property from some kid, sight unseen, based on a picture? Alright everybody, let's begin. What a waste of time. We don't get to see the land? Well, that's weird, but here goes nothing. Alright everyone, starting price is 350 cupules? Cupules? I don't know how that is, I don't like that word. 350. Do I have 400? Sure. I don't know how much money I have, by the way. 400. Anyone for 450? 600. 600 cupules. Anyone else for 650? 650. 700? Sure. 700 over there. Does anyone want 750? 800. I have a feeling we're supposed to lose this. 800 in the corner. 850 anyone? Wow, this is getting really expensive. 850? 850. 850 to this gentleman. Anyone for 900? 900. Alright, 850 going once, twice. If I don't bid now, I'm gonna lose this opportunity. And your only choice is to bid. I guess you're supposed to win, but like wipe yourself out financially. 900 to my friend in the back. Anyone for 950? Going once, going twice. Sold for 900 cupules. Option 1 is bid. Bid, yes. Yeah, so like at first I thought the idea was you're supposed to lose, and so it's like one of those like misdirections of like your character came here to like buy this property. Now they don't have like enough money to go home, and so they end up working on the farm like when they got to an auction. But yeah, so apparently we're gonna buy this farm and like financially ruin ourselves, and now we're just gonna have to like recoup ourselves. Because our character's like, oh man, I can't afford this. See Hero to finalize your property deed. Thank you, everyone. Hey, congrats. Name's Gabriel. Mayumi says I'm supposed to give you a ride to your new place once you're settled up the taxes and paperwork. Oh, alright. I'll wait here. Come find me when you're ready to go. What if I had a car? Movement and interaction. Use E to interact with people. WASD to control, and that doesn't show me anything, so I guess you just don't. Okay, and right-click aims. Alright. Alright, I see. Hello, congratulations. You'll just need to sign the documents, please. Farm name. Farm, crap. Name? Excellent. Perfect. All set. Welcome to Sunnyside. Because this is a demo, I'm not going to worry so much about the names and all that, because there's a lot. I wonder if you choose a different option if you get it cheaper, or if the price you still end up paying is always 900. Considering we haven't even shown money on this, My suspicion is this is a way of like having your character just be like, oh no, I'm out of money. So that like, it literally doesn't matter how you dialogue, you ultimately end up at the same starting point. That'd be my guess. Thank you. By the way, I noticed your phone is cracked. Come by Tech Hero later. I'll get it fixed up for you. Oh, thank you. That's so kind. Neighbors need to support each other, right? I guess so, yeah. Your phone is your connection to the many systems and menus of the game, as well. How will you communicate with other people in town? You can open your phone. Through various courses of the game, you'll unlock various apps on your phone, so check it out often. How do phone? Okay, so I can see this is the first like accessibility complaint. That menu, hopping in and out of that, is gonna mess with some people with motion sickness, something fierce. Okay. Gotcha, so you got our song library. Excellent. We have our journal, which has our quests. Okay. I am hoping I don't have to go through the game for the phone every time. If I just push M. Okay, cool. That's fine. I just wanted to make sure I didn't have to like pull up the phone, go to the app, go to the thing. There are shortcuts just to bypass the phone. The Tutorials app. Many tutorials will be available throughout the beginning stages of playing Sunnyside. Some will appear as pop-ups, others will only be unlocked with a small notification on the right. All of these tutorials can be found in the tutorial app on your phone. So if you ever feel lost, have any questions, be sure to check your tutorials. Are you ready then? Yes. Ah, yes, the bird with the dead eyes. It's conspiring against us. Rual's House of Pain? Yeah. Well, here it is. Here what is? Your new home. But what? There was a house? Huh? In the advertisement, there's a house in the picture. Oh? That's odd. That old house fell apart years ago. What? Where am I supposed to sleep? Oh, right. The council gave me a tent to build for you. Hang on. There you go. By the way, you need to buy the tent from us. One moment. Yeah. It's just like, oh yeah, we become Linus. Yeah, it's like your character's like, what? It's like, I've never slept outside in my life. Welcome to Sunnyside, neighbor. We scam everybody. I mean, neighbor? Yeah, we passed my place on the way here. You might have heard the mooing. Oh right, the mooing. What have I gotten myself into? You alright? This is going to be, I feel like your choices are, this is so overwhelming, this is going to be interesting. I'm fine. Just a lot to take in. Yeah, I get it. Anyway, I think there's some old tools in the shed over there by the water pump. That should help you get started. Anything you don't find there, you can probably get from Soda's place. Soda? Yeah, he owns a garden center in town. So, seeds, watering can and stuff? Watering cans? What is this? 96? We might be out in the country, but it's not the Edo period. You've got a hose in the shed like a normal person. I know, right? Thank you. Thank you, game. Thank you, game. Right. Because this is also normal. Alright, guess that's it. If anyone asks, I did my part and showed you the place. Thank you. You've been really helpful. Well, now, hang on. I'm not your knight in shining armor, okay? I'm not gonna hold your hand and run you to your rescue. Dude, what the hell? Like, literally thanking them for being helpful. This land isn't forgiving. So you're gonna have to work hard if you want to stick around longer than the others. I'm sorry, did I offend you? No. I just have my own place to look after, you know? But... just look at you. You're gonna have a rough few weeks. Alright, come by my house for lunch today, okay? Least a neighbor could do is feed you, I guess. But, you just said... Forget what I said. I'll text you around lunchtime, okay? Okay. Are you okay, dude? You really turn around and, like, went hostile on me, then went friendly again. And my character's just like, dude, what the hell? There's, like, emotional whiplash going on here. Well, I guess I better look around. I should probably message Akira, too. Oh god, never turn your head like that again. Is your neck okay? 'Cause his neck whipped around the wrong way. Did he say others? Secretly a horror game. The others are buried out back. The map app, I already found it. You're gonna have to keep up. Was that how I put waypoints? Yeah. You can select different map locations to find out more about them. Oh, that's nice. Yep. That's exactly what I want from a game. So it's like, when the heck is this place open? You click on it and it just tells you. You don't run over there to see it close, have to figure it out again. Alright. And I'm not noticing... So we have a stamina and a hunger bar, and that hunger bar looks like it's dropping fast. Top wheel. Tools are used to gather resources for the farm on your homestead. Use tab to open your inventory and use to select the tool. Then again, to place another wheel, tool wheel. Some tools, like a fishing rod, have attachments. Drop attachments on top of the desired tool. Okay, so you can add attachments to your tools by just clicking and dragging. Use to pull up the tool wheel, use the middle mouse button. To choose the tool wheel, I guess you just let go over is what's trying to tell you. Select the hand in the middle of the tool wheel if you don't want to hold any tools. Some tools are only used on certain items in the game, so you'll need to experiment to find out what works best. The Nada, for example, can only cut grass and bunching bamboo. You'll need a different tool to cut down trees. That is a weird way of presenting that. Look at me and my big shiny blade. We're running around with my big shiny blade. We are having a good time running in circles with my big shiny blade. Yay, big shiny blade. Okay, let's go cut some bamboo. Do I not? Is that not equipped? I see. So the quick slots are a lie. I kinda wish they weren't. Alright. Okay, so what we're doing immediately is going to settings, accessibility, screen shake, go away. Because the idea of sitting here and having that level of screen shake every single time I hit a piece of bamboo is just not a thing that's gonna fly. I do not have enough energy to do this. So, I'm not sure if the dash is part of the money symbol here. Oh, it was tab. No, it was F. I did it. You made it safe? No, I mean I bought the place. What? For real? Why is that not lined up? Never mind. Yep. Holy crap. Why so surprised? I guess I didn't think you'd actually do it. Look, I know this is hard for you. No, I get it. You needed a new start. It was just time, you know? Couldn't rely on you forever. True, but there's nothing wrong with sticking together. Maybe not, but I don't want to hold you back either. Just let me do this, okay? When this place is thriving and I'm a successful homesteader, I'll invite you over, okay? I guess I could see you in 10 years. Rude. Joking. Looking forward to it. End of conversation. Hung up her text. Didn't even just click that. Just straight up was like, end conversation. So I need to get my phone repaired. Can I set a waypoint? Run towards a giant column in the sky. In the middle of the road. I gained 2 XP for some reason. Why did I gain the XP? Was it because I've moved and apparently that's worth XP? I'm so confused. Yeah, apparently I'm walking around and just passively gaining XP or something? I'm not quite sure. We still on for lunch? Sure, on my way, go now. Because I'm also out of stamina and everything. Achievement completed, not in my house. This looks good, thank you. Eat the burger, just the grilled veggies. I don't eat meat. So you can choose if you want to be vegetarian or not. I am eating the burger. It's not much, but you can always count on me for a good burger and some grilled veggies. Are they a favorite? You know, not really. No, actually. To be honest, I hate them. I actively despise cooking them. It fills me with simmering rage, but yet I keep doing it. But the reason to make it, they bring back good memories. How did you cook this? It's smoky. On a charcoal grill. Pretty common for vegetables here in Japan, but burgers, not so much. Very common in the US, though. Is that where you're from? Yep, moved to Japan with my father when I was barely a teenager. I wish you'd taken us somewhere more like Sunnyside rather than the city. But life is what you make it, I guess. How long have you lived here? Been here for about 15 years now. What about you? Where are you from? The capital. Ooh, that's a big change. Just a bit. What are you doing? Let's see. What are you doing before you bought the old overgrown plot? Like, for work? Yeah. I don't want to talk about it. Nothing. Student, hospitality, retail, office job. So I assume this is like we're literally writing our background. So this isn't our character just making something up on the spot to like make themselves sound good or whatever. I think we're literally writing our background. I'm going to say student because let's look at our character. Despite the fact that we have an absolutely majestic beard, we do not look Like, I would be surprised if our character is, like, after their early 20s. And that's me leaning on as old as I could arguably say they are. I would realistically think this kid is, like, right on the cusp of, like, 19, 20, maybe 21 years old, and not a day older. I'm gonna say student. Student. I was a student, actually. Oh, yeah, definitely big change then. Regretting the decision yet? Every day of my life. You knew a person who had beer like that at 16? Yeah, no, I mean, that happens. I'm trying to just go by the fact that, like, our height compared to other people, we definitely have a little bit of not quite baby face going on. Like, we're not, like, puffy baby face. But, we definitely haven't, like, grown into our skin, as it were. So we're definitely very young. But I don't feel like we're down into the early teens or anything like that. I feel it's like very late teens, early 20s is the way I would guess. Regretting your decision yet? Look, man, I'm regretting everything. Even the stuff you don't want to hear about. To buy the farm? I'm gonna say no. Not at all. I'm looking forward to the challenge. And a new start. That's the spirit. Good for you. You're going to need all the help you can get. Luckily, Sunnyside is full of good people. You'll find your way. That's kind of you to say. When I first moved here, back when Lucy was no taller than my knees, this property was a mess. Former owners abandoned it. The townsfolk were good to me, really helped me fix the place up and get started. Most of them have moved on now, though. I guess it's up to me to help you then? Yes, please, charity. I wouldn't want to impose. No, it's the right thing to do. Well, first two things you gotta figure out are food and shelter. Because I'm never feeding you again, and that tent is full of holes. And there's bees. I don't know why that matters, but there's bees. It's gonna take a little while for you to get your first crop to come in. So you'll probably need to get food from Soka's for now, or Naka. You can also forage for things like berries and mushrooms all over town. Just be warned, almost all of them are poisonous. Maybe even actually all of them. Shelter, well, you've got that tent. It's only gonna last so long, though. So we're gonna need to figure out how to get you a house. Next thing you'll want to figure out is water and electricity. Should I be taking notes? Yeah, I guess dumping information on you isn't going to help any. I don't want to overwhelm you. How about we start off with a small camping stove? Pretty sure you can get one of those from the outlet in Higashi. Outlet? Yeah, big appliance store. They'll have anything you need when it comes to furnishing your, well, tent, I guess. You do know how to cook. Not at all. I'm gonna say sort of. I can make sandwiches. Right. Maybe we should set up some cooking lessons with Hina. That woman can make anything taste delicious. Wait. You don't have a farming background, do you? Nope. Did you even bring any seeds? No? Oh boy. I'll be right back. He's like, well, you're dead. What's this and how much did I miss? This is Sunnyside. You haven't missed much. We have arrived in town. We bought a plot of land with what I assume is all of our money. It is a demo, and we are living in a tent on the plot of land we bought with all of our money. We also have no background in farming or have any clue of what we're doing and are definitely in over our depth, and our phone is shattered. There. That should help you get started. Potatoes? What am I supposed to do with these? Well, I can't tell you everything now, can I? If you got the farming spirit in you, you'll figure it out. And if I don't, you'll die here, son. I mean, well, then I guess you're not gonna last long, no matter how much I help. That's reassuring. I've got a good feeling about you, Rual. I think you'll be fine. The outfit is definitely something. Walking around in our shorts and sandals and what's like a brown and orange lab coat and a Hawaiian shirt. Oh, hi. I didn't realize anyone had bought the place. Though, come to think of it, the tent was a little weird. Eat the potatoes instead of planting them. Exactly. I just moved in. Yeah, I just moved in. Gabe built the tent for me. That's great. Welcome to Sunnyside. I'm Catherine Takahashi. Everyone here calls me Kat, though. Hi, Kat. Hi, Kat. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Rual. Nice to meet you too, Rual. Sorry for dropping in randomly. It's just... Well, this area is beautiful. I like to come by and paint or do homework here. It's never been a problem because no one owned the place, but... Well, I don't want to bother you. I like how you can't tell her no. It's no bother or it's okay. Both which are yes. It's no bother. Not at all. You're welcome here anytime. Oh, thank you. The fresh breeze over the hill is so refreshing. Where's the trespassers will be shot option? It's like, look, person of non-specific age, I don't want you, stalking around our property. Also, why am I not living on the really impressive deck in the back? Why would I put the tent over in the grass when I could just plop the tent down on this, have sound ground underneath me, and not have to, like, roll over and get a rock in the back or something? I've spent plenty of time in tents when I was a Boy Scout and everything. They suck. You no matter where you put it, you're like, oh, found the rock. There's the rock right there. Let's just scooch a little to the right. Okay, this is slightly less lumpy ground. Even the shed would have been better. I know, right? Like, literally that shed. Just sleep in the shed. The fresh breeze over the hill is just so refreshing. And honestly, I'm really happy someone finally bought the land again. My grandmother was really good friends with the original owners that used to live here a long time ago. The kids moved away and when I was really little, and I guess the parents passed away a few years ago. Grandma used to say they never showed any interest in the place and that the property wouldn't stay in the family. Okay, so I was about to say, like, oh yeah, like your grandma's like, oh, they were living here, and also like, how the heck did my house collapse before I got here, like years ago? If like there's always people here, and there's like, oh, they didn't really care. It's like, ah, I see, they just didn't repair the house. Understood. I guess he was right. I hear there have been a lot of people on and off the land ever since. And a lot of the families have been leaving Sunnyside for better opportunities in the city. Not me, though. I love it here. It's so peaceful. Same. It's okay. I actually don't think I'd have an opinion yet. I think at this point it's like, man, I haven't even been here for a full 24 hours. I'm gonna need at least 5 minutes to come up with an opinion. Oh no, is our land haunted too? I hope. Same. I mean, that's why I moved here too. Right, exactly. I'll admit it, the trees don't seem as vibrant as I remember. And there aren't nearly as many wild animals. I guess even nature moves on? But you haven't moved on. Haha, I'm dead inside. No, Sunnyside might not hold opportunities for everyone, but there's a lot here for me. Give me a lovely resort and comfy beds and restaurants. I know, right? Anyway, so you're a farmer? Not exactly. What do you mean? This would be my first time. Are you saying you bought a farm, you don't know how to grow anything? She's like, we're not talking anymore. You're one of those people my parents warned me about. Well, yeah. How brave. I don't know about that. And what I meant to say was how stupid. Seems courageous to me, and ill-informed. Thanks. Gabe seems pretty concerned. He was helpful though, I think. He gave me some potatoes. I'm not sure what to do with them though. Gabe gave you potatoes and didn't tell you what to do with them? He's such a big jerk sometimes. Do you have any idea? Well, my guess is he went to plant them. Before they go into it, you actually do. You take a potato, there's little knots on the outside. You basically cut a large chunk of potato around that knot and you bury it with the knot pointing up. That's how you grow potatoes. Or you can just shove the whole thing in the ground too, but you're not going to get nearly as many potatoes out of that. Is this the 3 seashells type situation with potatoes? I didn't even know you could do that. Yeah, I don't know much about potatoes, to be honest. But I do know a ton about growing strawberries. We just finished planting more for the season. We even have some extra seeds if you want them. That'd be great. I can bring them tomorrow morning on my way to class if you like. That's really kind of you, thank you. I gotta go. I have an essay due tomorrow, and I haven't even started yet. Oh, Catherine. Me and you are on the same wavelength in how you take your, do your essays. Other homework I was good about, but long written ones, I knew I could BS it at the last second and get at least a A or a B. I appreciated when I learned to BS a good essay. But you just can't lie on math homework. Bye! Bye, Cat. She's interesting, says the person in the brownish green lab coat with the pink and red hair in sandals and shorts. All right. Oh, these are like a solid wall. I have to actually like cut a hole through it if I want to cross anywhere. So my assumption is I would plant these over here somewhere. I didn't see any type of shovel or anything. So not exactly sure how that's supposed to work. Because of the tools, oh, I've got a digging fork. Oh wait, I can, one second. I see. I don't know why I want the different sizes, but okay. It's gonna take me a good minute to get used to these controls. I kinda do wish instead I could use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so I apparently have potatoes. Okay. How do? So I do not use the bucket to water my plants. I apparently have a limited amount of water. Is the bucket a one-time item? No, I still have the bucket in my on my toolbar. I just don't use it to actually water my plants, as far as I can tell. Well, with this, since I don't have anything else to grow right now, definitely feel like we should do the classic, which is always use up all of your energy in these games as much as you can. Because that's always been a thing in these games, is like, you only get so much time and so much energy in most of them. So you kind of want to make sure you utilize all of your resources as best you can. And I don't know about you, but if you've ever been on a property with bamboo, you're not clearing bamboo by just chopping it down like this. Once bamboo gets set in a place, it is absolute hell to get rid of. You can burn it, it comes back. You can poison it, it comes back. You can try and dig it up from the base. Super hard to do, and if you miss any of it, it comes back. It's one of those things that once you get it in there, it is an absolute war to properly get rid of it. Usually it's a war of wills to see who has more will, the bamboo's tenacity of just trying to grow endlessly, or your own will of just trying to get rid of it. And usually the bamboo... Why am I gaining energy? So I apparently am recovering stamina, which is not what I expected. I'm wondering if it's based on my hunger gauge. That maybe if I'm high enough on my hunger gauge, my stamina goes up. All right, we're not gonna fight with that. The speed of which that's recovering is nowhere near fast enough. I mostly want to see if I chop it to half thing, if it'll grow back tomorrow. Oh, so we're just gonna walk around with what's basically like a giant like knife. And just run around with it, all that. Charges over time? It does. Oh. Do I, like, not need to actually sleep? I don't have to sleep? Oh, I guess it's only 7 p.m. What's the hours to this place we need to go? Um, 7 p.m. So we are too late. And they mentioned foraging, but I haven't seen anything that looks particularly forageable for the moment. Just trying to do a run around the property, see if we see anything at all, like a mushroom or berries or anything like that. Okay. Does the red icon mean anything? I guess not. That's something to do with the trees. Oh, the red icon might be the cherry tree here? I'm not sure. Hey, random person! Don't mind the person running into your yard wielding a knife and climbing your fences. It's fine. Hello. Hi. Can I help you with anything? Oh, no, I'm sorry. I just moved town to so... Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you were a tourist. A tourist? Oh, yes. People come to our little town sometimes for the hot springs, or to purchase provisions before heading into the campgrounds. I see. I apologize. It's alright. New in town. I believe that means you purchased the Ogata property? I think so. Oh, good. That land has been languishing over the years. I'm glad it has a new caretaker. If you need anything, feel free to ask my husband and I. Reliable neighbors are important. Yeah, they are, and thank you. Oh, I'm Chio, by the way. Nice to meet you, Chio. I'm Rual. Lovely to meet you, Rual. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you as well. It's kind of a thing where she's like, hello, and she's like, I'm not ready to actually converse with you if you're a tourist. Hey. Hi. I'm Parsa. Hi, Parsa. What's your name? I'm Rual. Great to meet you, Rual. Thanks, you too. So what brings you to Sunnyside? Oh, I bought the old farm at the entrance of town. Oh, that place? Hero was talking about auctioning off? Yep. Hey, great for you. Welcome to town. Thank you. Anytime. That was a conversation. Hey, Fox. You stopped existing, Fox. I'm not okay with this. Alright. I'm imagining this is one of those games that when we get to, like, midnight or 1 or 2 a.m., our character just passes out. Well, there's a novel thing, actually having cars in the world. Compared to, like, almost all the slice-of-life games just don't do that. So far, I would say the graphics of this game are pretty solid. Some of the dialogue is a little weird. In that it's just like, hey, hi, how are you? Good. You? Good. What's your name? Rual. What's your name? Chiyu. It's just like, oh my god, please get on with the conversation. Alright. Sleeping is used not only to progress the next day, but also as when your game is saved. To sleep, interact with your tent. Eventually you'll be able to build a new sleeping point anywhere you choose on your property. You'll always wake up in the last place you slept. If you don't sleep before 12 a.m., you'll pass out. So watch the clock carefully. Okay, so it is a hard, do not stay out past bedtime game. And bedtime is midnight. Hard, no pass go. Midnight is the end of days. Alright. Okay, so I can actually hold the left mouse button. I don't have to sit there and click it a whole bunch. Well, you joke saying that's when the monsters come out. There is combat in this game. In fact, you have the choice of playing it cozy game style or RPG game style. Right now we're in cozy game style because that was its default settings. And usually the first time I play a game, I'll always just use whatever the default was. But like the RPG style is supposed to have way more combat. Okay. Oh man, are we already 2 hours into this? There's no way. How? We've only finished the first day. Hey, I'm back with those strawberry seeds. Great. I can show you how to plant them if you like. Or do you think you can figure out? I'm okay, skip the tutorial. Thanks, but I think I can figure it out. No problem. I can't wait to see how they turn out. And with this day began the end of her family's strawberry business, when she sided with a competitor. Strawberries are so versatile. They're great in baked goods. When you harvest your first batch, you can make some strawberry muffins. Oh, but you'll need to get some flour and sugar from Yuma down at the mill. I guess you could also put them in a really nice salad, like the one my grandmother used to make. I can text you the recipe later, and you can... Wait, you still don't have a house. No, it's only been a day. You're like, surrounded by trees? Why don't you just build one? I wouldn't even know where to start. I don't even have an axe to cut them. Oh, good point. That Nata definitely won't, be able to handle trees. Maybe Master Ishikawa could help. No, he'll just talk your ear off. Best avoid him for now. I think Hero would be the best place to get started for sure. You know, I heard Natalie talking about some new project Hero was working on. She said something about big architectural firm from the city. Something about doing building planning? Honestly, I zoned out. But I know Hero always looking for people to test his crazy inventions. I would ask him about it. That sounds interesting. Thanks for your help, Kat. Did you happen to finish your paper? Oh yeah, took all night, but I got it done. Alright, well I don't want to be late for class. Good luck with the strawberries. Thanks, Kat, bye. Alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly plant the strawberries. And then we're gonna go run and get our phone screen replaced, because I believe that's also... Yeah, that's the same hero. So we can talk to them and see what way it goes to progress. I don't want to spend the whole stream on this because this is literally a demo. Okay, so they do need watered every day. Here is everyone's shocked and surprised face. Okay. I'm experimenting with things, don't mind me. Because it only took one seed for the small one. Hey, this is Rual, right? Yeah. Great, it's Cat. I forgot to tell you about Sunny Seed. What's that? It's a super awesome commodity that sells seeds online. I know in case, let's see. You know, in case you don't want to just grow strawberries and potatoes. Oh, how do I get that? I'll send it to you. They just released a companion app so you can look up the information at seeds that are in season. Oh, okay, that's great. Yeah, so I see. So now I have my seed store. So instead of having to like run and go like the vendors, we can literally just buy our seeds online. Try Royal. Sunny Seed Royal. Highest quality seed delivered to your door for free. Sunny Seed Royal program allows us to show an extra appreciation to some of our most devout customers. You are not eligible for Royal. Spend more than 1,000 cupels and all that. Gotcha. I apparently have 150 cupels to my name or whatever. And then they have like a novice setting and a beginner setting and a master setting. I don't know what any of that is about. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. Oh, sorry. Okay, so I'm not even allowed to plant the strawberries on the giant plot. My assumption is I'm supposed to be using the smaller plots for the strawberries. Yeah, so, and this is a problem I run into with a lot of games. I'm really still not huge on the hold button to pull up wheel to get your tools kind of layout. Like, it's fine. It's more of a me problem. But I would much rather do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, choose my tool, or scroll wheel up, down, choose my tool. Can I scroll wheel up? No. Scroll wheel up and down is the items here. I'd much rather do that. Maybe it's based on some type of crop. Well, I was allowed to plant the strawberries in the medium size, the 2x2. But the giant plot, it's not letting me. But that is curious that I actually have different grow sizes and everything we deal with. So did you? Okay, so you do recharge. Which is interesting to me, the idea that you have a limited amount of water in the hose. That, like, you got 70 liters of water, and then it's just no. Like, it's not one of these things where you're like, oh, well, you're paying $5 by the gallon or $5 by the liter or whatever. I mean, in real life, it'd be like, you know, a couple of cents per liter or whatever. But, like, not even that. Well, there's a water tank next to your hut? Right, but that could be. That's like literally, but I mean, I would assume I'd have to have it refill with rain or something. I mean, they mentioned a pump, but it's just the idea. Yeah, we probably have to do something like buy upgrades or whatever. But so far, of the characters that we've got, it does look like they're trying to make them a bit on the interesting side. How dare you stream this and not personally message you? I'm so sorry. I hadn't actually... Why did the music change so dramatically there? The entire vibe changed suddenly. Yeah, no, we're trying it. I'm curious how long I'm going to play it for right now, because it is only the demo. I haven't found a way to reach out to the developers yet to be like, yo, I would love a key if you can make it happen. Do we have a text? Is that where it went? Okay. Alright, so we need to go talk to Hero because it's upsetting everyone that I'm using a phone with a cracked screen. If you get a hold of him, please mention you'd love one too. Yeah, no, if I figure out a way to get a hold of the key, like if I'm talking to an actual person, I'll drop your name as well. If not, I will point out to whatever website system, you know, Lurkit, Keymail, or whatever I find it on. I can't remember, there's like one that's like Waku that I've had no luck with at all. That said, if I'm being honest, Lurkit's been pretty much a dumpster fire lately. Like, a lot of the stuff coming through Lurkit these days is pretty underwhelming. And I have no problem dropping your name as well. Exploration. Are you just like in the middle of this whole plaza area? Like where are you? Also, our hunger gauge is getting dangerously low. I don't know what happens when I run out. This is not where I wanted to be. This is not where I was trying to reach. I was trying... Why is this pointing at Yumi Park now? I wanted to be over here. And it just goes, you have died. I'm guessing my energy will drain. And Pegrar on their 3-stream streak. So thank you so much for continuing to catch the last 3 streams without missing it, getting your extra 350 points. You can press home on the demo and go home if you're lost. I'm not trying to get home, I'm trying to go to the place to get my screen replaced. And then get, you know, experimental tools. But yeah, so my intention isn't to play the demo for a long time. I actually figured from the other people I saw that the demo would be about 2 hours, and then I looked down, I was like, oh man, we've already been playing... Well, I mean, I guess we've only been playing for an hour and a half. We did have like a half-hour intro to stream. Do you have food for me by chance? I may be on the cusp of starving. You're a blacksmith. You're not helpful. Go away. Oh, hello again. Hello, Hero. How is the property? I'm gonna say awesome. Awesome. It's gonna be tough to bring back to life. I'm looking forward to the challenge. Great. The advertisement was a bit misleading, though. Oh, right. I know it's not much. But I could fix your phone free of charge. Maybe it'll help a little? That's kind of you. There you go, fixed. I gave you some free apps too. There's this one about getting bitcoins. They should help keep you organized and such. One of them is actually a utilities app, and should have given you when you bought the land. It'll help keep track of your water and electricity usage. Wow, that's quick, thank you. Technology comes easy to me. So, if you need anything, you come to Tech Hero, right? Alright, thanks, Hero. See you around. Where... is that a vending machine outside? Utilities app infrastructure. Running a homestead requires utilities like water and electricity. These natural resources provide necessary infrastructure for your farm and can be tracked through the utilities app. As you gain experience running your homestead, you'll discover new ways to collect valuable resources. Some new methods include wind and water turbines for electricity, water pumps, and irrigation. The more of them you build, the more you'll learn. But I didn't want to go right back inside. Hello. Hi, Hero. How's the farm? Actually, I wanted to talk to you about that. Oh? I wanted to add some buildings to the land. Kat said you'd be able to help? Of course she did. Oh, was she wrong? Not exactly. It's just that technically no one is supposed to know about it. Natalie must have told her. I've been working on a prototype survey drone that uses AR to plan large building projects. I call it the Aerial Building Assistance, or ABA. That sounds pretty cool. It needs a lot of testing, though. I could help. I don't exactly love sleeping in a tent. I know what you mean. It's not really designed for small property. Okay, give me your phone. What? Why? I'm adding an app that'll allow you to interface easily with the drone. Just open the app, and interface will allow you to control the drone and place blueprints on your land. This will help you plan where you want to, plan where and what you want to build, as well as help you figure out what you need to actually finish the project. Oh, I nearly forgot. You'll need a laptop for the drone. It's going to maintain all your blueprints and connect your drone's GPS and... the laptop completes the system. You can't use the drone's build mode without it. Only problem is, I don't have any blueprints. Those are usually added by the architect on the project. Oh. I'm not really an architect. You're not? No. But Philip Obeng is. Really? Well, it used to be. His house is a bit hard to find, though. Here, let me see your phone again. I'm pinning his house on your map. Should make it easier to find. Your phone is fully connected to ABA now. So anytime you want to place a pin on the map, the drone will project it like it does with the blueprints. What does that even mean? You'll see. Anyway, there are only a few modes for ABA right now. Free fly mode, build mode, and camera mode. I might add more later. I'll need to check with you occasionally to update the software and collect data. I hope you don't mind. No, not at all. This is really helpful, Hero. Thank you. Let's see. Rual's also had their identity stolen by a rando putting apps on their phone. That's what this thing is like. We're definitely getting like a Bitcoin miner and all sorts of stuff putting on our phone. Thank you. Don't thank me yet. Let's see how it works first. Got it. Can I go outside and eat food? I'm literally starving. Please, let me outside. Don't take me to our cinematic. I won't survive. Oh, we're definitely getting the vanilla ice cream. I don't... How eat? That was not very filling. I'll take 4 of them. Not loving this setup. Ah, there we go. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Okay, so there's an alt up down. I just still want that to be my tools down there, so I don't have to do this stuff. I'd rather just be the tools down there. All right. But yeah, so for the demo, like I said, I'm probably going to put in like maybe 2 hours into it. I don't want to put a whole lot of time into it till it actually releases. But generally I've been pretty impressed. I could definitely see giving this game a proper try when it comes out for real. I just don't want to invest time on a run that, you know, I already know is going to vanish after like 10 in-game days or whatever. And plus, I've definitely made a bunch of cursed decisions, like the tragedy that is our outfit. The sandals, shorts, lab coat that's kind of a leathery color. Yeah, no, and that's from what I was hearing, the actual release version is supposed to be well more polished, that this is a very much earlier version. But that said, so far, like, this is not bad. Crafter's Companion. Okay, so I can make materials out of these. I understand. So this is just basically a fancy name for our workbench. Versus this cardboard box is our current storage. And those are all growing. Hey, little fox. I'm pretty sure this does not work, by the way. I imagine if you go through the entire demo, we'll get to, like, get introduction to the combat that's in the game, that kind of stuff. I mentioned before to me that the dialogue has been a little hit and miss. That, some of the exchanges we've had that weren't cutscenes, where it's like, hello, hi, how are you? Good, how are you? Good. My name is, what's your name? My name is... And it's just like, oh man, I understand in the real world that is a way a conversation actually plays out. But also in a game, it is okay to like mash that together into like one thing. It's like, oh, my name is whatever. How are you doing today? Oh, my name is whatever. I'm doing well. Okay, and your energy does like do its little recharge thing, so let's quickly go ahead and sleep. Running around with our knife. And your energy does recharge. I'm not going to wait for it. I want to see if we get something else that triggers on day 3. Like we're kind of rushing it just a little bit to get a feel for if anything else happens. Because like there's supposed to be combat. I assume we would have the combat in the demo, and I'm under the impression it's term. Well, that's weird. All right. I do really appreciate the hose. I do appreciate not taking the water pail and doing tile by tile by tile. There's been a few of the slice of life games who've done these kinds of things. And almost all of them make fun of the other games who do the rain pail still. Okay, everything's watered. And it's only Wednesday. But yeah, so normally what this would be the point in the game of what I'd end up doing is probably track down that other person who's going to help me get blueprints. I'm sure we will get an axe or the means of making an axe or something to start building ourselves something to live in that isn't a tent, or like other tools or whatever. I guess I will run over to this column and just see real fast in that before we switch off demos. Generally these days, I don't tend to play demos very long. And that's mostly because, like, one, not many demos do particularly well for me streaming these days. I really hope you get to hop in, like, skates, a bike, or eventually a character or a car. This very much feels like the kind of game you would get a bicycle or a skateboard or roller skates or like some other means of, you know, reasonable transport. One of the things I am appreciating about this game that has also been a problem in the genre lately is for a lot of the genre, it's been an issue where I'm blanking on my thought. I lost it midway through. Thought's gone. It's too late. This place feels nice and actually like a little town. Yeah, they act like it's the middle of nowhere rural. I'm like, man, this is basically... This is the burbs. That's what this is. This is the burbs. Where's our sky column of light? There it is. I also appreciate it's kind of modern times. So we actually have cars and all that. Versus so many of these. Please tell me it's not that same HUD I accidentally had set earlier. Alright, let's pull up the map app. Apparently I need to unset markers. Okay, that's telling me it's going to be where the farmer's market is. Let's unset the waypoint, question mark? There we go. Each half of that place counts its own waypoint. So we've got that. Okay, so it's literally... Oh, what it's going to say is I'm appreciating that the music doesn't just turn off, because that's what it's notorious for a lot of this genre, is you'll just have like almost every other game, like you'll have long spells between music. What can I help you with? Well, I'm looking to add some buildings to my property. Hero gave me this cool drone to help me plan. But you need building blueprints if you're going to plan anything. Is that about right? Right. And he mentioned that I used to be an architect. That's right. Get the hell out of my building. Good old hero. Always looking out for everyone. Sure, I can help you. The name's Philip. That's great, thank you. Of course. I don't just have a bunch of farm building blueprints laying around. I'll need some time to plan something for you. Oh, that makes sense, of course. Although... when we first moved to town, I was inspired by that old tea house on your property. Tea house? Yeah, well, it's a bit ruined now, isn't it? But it used to be quite lovely. I think I messed around with making a blueprint of it years ago. Let me see if I have it around here. Ah, here we go. I made a few small design adjustments, but it was a good practice for me in my younger years. I must admit, seeing it built would be very nice. Everyone in town is so kind to me. Thanks so much, Philip. It's my pleasure. It's because they're trying to just keep you on your guard. That way we can go and deal with the horror monsters and all that stuff hiding out later. It's my pleasure. We like to help folks around here. Even if there are fewer to help every year. Anyway, I'll start drawing up some ideas for you. The first few are on the house, but I'm afraid I'll have to start charging you at some point. Of course, I'll happily support your business. Oh, designing buildings isn't my business. I'm a carpenter now. Oh. So when you need processed lumber for these builds, you come to me, alright? Bring me raw material, and I'll even give you a discount. Don't go chopping down any cherry trees around town, alright? Got it. I don't even have an axe anyways. Yeah, sorry, I don't process metal. You'll need to see Master Ishikawa for that. He's the blacksmith. Can't mention him. Where does he live? Take the road from my place towards the main road and hang a right. His place is just past the clinic on the right. It's across from the road from Heroes. You know what? Pull out the map on your phone and I'll point it out. Oh, I can pin it. Sure. Thanks, Philip. See you later. There's totally a cult. Yeah. Okay, so I'm assuming the solid dot is the one that is where we're going. The yellow dot is a quest marker. That's the Ishikawa. Yeah, I am definitely not good with Japanese names. I try. I am noticing a little bit of performance stutter here and there, but this is the demo version, so who knows. But, like I said, the game definitely feels pretty good. And we're gaining lots of points for just running around. Have those done anything for me? I'm willing to bet later on. Oh, wait, what? Let me... I'm willing to bet later on... Yeah, you've seen worse demos? I'm willing to bet later on we get skills of some kind. Ah, good. How can I help you? Well, Philip said to me you were the person to see for forged metal. Ah, he would be correct. Good man, Philip. So, how does this work? It's quite simple, really. Bring me raw ore, and I will smelt it into whatever shape you want. Sometimes, I even have ready-made pieces available, although they are often a mite more expensive. That sounds easy enough. I don't suppose you have an axe for sale? I do not, no. Oh. I do, however, have a machete. The order was canceled after I'd already made the billet, you see. Oh, that would be great. How much? For a young farmer looking to live an honest life? No charge. It's my gift to you. Really? Yes. Helping you start your journey would be an honor. It's not the strongest cutting tool, as it can't handle the harder woods. But it should provide you with a good start. If you like anything else more durable, you'll need time materials to make it. Materials like raw ores? Correct. But where do I even find raw ore? Ah, now you're asking the right questions. You have a totally different name that I remember seeing. There's a network of abandoned caves near Old Hana Gardens. Absolutely rich with ore. Occasionally I'll venture there myself and for a bit of mining. I even have a spare pickaxe you can have to get you started. You know, a few industrious companies from the cities have tried to turn those old caves into mines for years, but to no avail. Metal, you know, is the oldest and most important materials in the history of Earth. Humans have been working with it for centuries. My own family has been smithing in Sunnyside for the last 8 generations, pulling metal out of those very caves, in fact. My father was a craftsman, and his father was before him. Stay and listen. Oh, that's really interesting. Ah, you think so? Yeah, I think it'd be nice to hear a history from a new home. Ah, yes. The old Agata land. Agata? Correct. Their family originally owned the lands of yours, but the last of them passed years ago. As a result, the property defaulted to the town ownership. There is quite a few owners since then. Oh, I see. But now it's yours. And now it's me. You seem unsure. Are you not a farmer? I guess. Well, it seems we will soon find out. By the way, have you met my lovely wife yet? I'm not sure. Well, if you find any gemstones down in those caves, give them to my Chio. She is the best jeweler in the whole prefect. If she likes you, she might even take custom orders. Oh, thank you. You're welcome, young farmer. I hope you'll come back and chat with me sometime. Okay. Yeah, it's weird to me that I hit 3 and I hold the machete like I'm offering it instead of, you know, having a machete. So yeah, so I want to go towards the Sunnyside Post. Well, actually, it said home was... Oh, that really just snapped, like... I believed it when it said it was going to move me back. I didn't think it was going to be quite that aggressive. Okay, so you can now chop down trees. Yeah, and this isn't bad. I'd definitely be down to check out the finished game when it drops. I do think this will be our last in-game day for the demo, and then we're gonna go move over to Fabledom. But generally speaking, from what I've seen, I'm left generally positive with it. It's definitely got a little bit of rough edges here and there. What is happening with you? Okay, so I have to chop up the fallen tree. You need an axe for that, so that's hardwood. Is the damage that reset to neutral when you're supposed to do them repeatedly? Like chopping animations annoy you? Yeah. And you get why they do it, just where it goes to like neutral to have like a starting position so it can pivot into any other animation. Alright, let's see how this drone thing works real fast. Apparently it's already in position. So we need all of those materials, which I assume what you'd end up doing. Kazuki might be his last name. Japanese a lot of formality with the address the first name, last name. Usage in different primary English-speaking countries. Names written last name, first name, and you address someone by their last name with the honorific like san or senpai. Until you get to know them well, it seems like they left the honorifics off for the translation, but the drone guy might be more familiar with him, so address them blacksmith by his first name. Sorry for the wall. No, it's all good. Oh, right. I just remember. We have the crafting bench thing in the garage. Or, I said garage, but in the little shed back there. Yeah, so there's a couple like little UI things so far as how I choose my tools that are not my favorite, but that's more me not really liking the wheel than a lot of stuff. Okay, so you can make sticks and all that. Yeah, so the idea is you make like a little tea house. It'd probably sleep here. Yeah, a lot of these are stuff. I'm assuming I'd have to take the stacks of wood back to the carpenter, and then the carpenter would cut them into beams and planks and all that. And, you know, the idea is you'd build our way up to that, which I think is totally fine. The idea is it's introducing you to all the different people. And then we would suspect is over time we would probably get tools to do that ourselves. Yeah, I'm assuming this is our power and this is our water. And then instead of the game being like one of those things that, like, we would have utilities, and the utilities are effectively the rate in which these things recover. Gotcha, and they give you more cardboard boxes so you can place more storage. Okay. Well, I do think we're going to go ahead and move on to the next game and all that. I figured I was going to put in about 2 hours on this, and we're at about 2 hours. I like what I'm seeing. The demo's got a good start. I'm not sold that it's going to be an amazing game, but I'm also not, like, I'm satisfied enough that it's not like, oh, I'm not going to play it. I could definitely see giving it a proper check out if I can get a hold of a key. Because it definitely does feel like it has a pretty good start to it. I can only imagine we're going to get some way to travel faster. And all that. But a lot of the character customization they've got in the game, a lot of the stuff they've got going on has been pretty good. We're not going to be able to get in any real depth in the demo to see if the characters' personalities and stories build up that much. The only character I've seen that they've given us a proper, like, taste of the character's personality is our next door neighbor, or whatever his name is. The first guy who gave us the, who, like, gave us a tour and drove us home and all that. That's the only character they've given us any kind of flavor. Where he seems to be dealing with some type of, like, conflict about, like, helping people out and them not working out, so he feels like he wastes his time. That was kind of like, when we first met, he kind of blew up at us for just a second, and he's like, hey, you didn't deserve that. You know, let me help you out. Like, you know, it's, like, not fair. So we are getting, like, a little peek there. But none of the other characters have I gotten far enough to get any personality whatsoever out of them, really. It's more like, hi, I'm the blacksmith. It's very much the, here is the character, I do this. Oh, you're going to need to do that. Go to the next character. I'm the character, I do this. Go to the next character. Which is a pretty typical thing that a lot of these games will do to introduce you to the different people in town is, they'll have like the breadcrumb quest where it's like, oh, I need screws from this person. Could you go get the blacksmith and get the screws? Hey, to do this, I need you to go to the person over there who's gonna do this. Like the whole like trade around town, so you get introduced to everyone. Every one of the games will have a reason to make you walk around town. And we no longer have a cracked screen. Yeah, so you can get our to-do list where I can mark stuff on there. Yeah, we have our utilities on how much we've got with all that. We've got a weather app. We've got, like... I appreciate that the, you order your seeds just, like, through a website on your phone. So you don't have to, like, go to the local place and then find out Pierre's isn't open on Wednesdays and all that. So there's all that. I kind of like the phone UI. I also appreciate with stuff like the map. At first, I was like, oh man, please do not make me go through that every time. But I appreciate you can just hit M. The map here is a little... I don't know, the map's not my favorite, but it's okay. Like, it's not gonna ruin the experience for me. And all that. It does look like there's a decent amount here. We've got something over here. We've got the town itself. There's an area down here. Like, it really goes pretty far out this way. I'm expecting that'll probably be something, because they've added stuff over here, so I wouldn't be surprised if we probably get through the old caves, and they maybe take us over here to whatever that is, because there's definitely a building or so that they've added. Yeah, so I'm curious about how much of this is actually used, but the map is pretty... simplistic on it. I do appreciate they also have where you click on the buildings. This is not a good one because it doesn't have anything on it. But if you click on like the businesses, let me just go grab heroes because I know where that is. It does tell you the entire schedule here. I'm also amused by the fact that it does have the star ratings and all that. I wonder if there's stuff we can do to influence the star ratings, which the assumption is you do stuff to support them. But yeah, so it's got a lot of promise. I'm definitely encouraged to see where it goes with that. But with all that said, I do think we'll be wrapping up on this game, and we're going to be checking out Fableton. And also, the main menu is just really well done. Oh, cool, you're going to actually see what the intro to it looks like. Like, they didn't have to do any of that. But yeah, like here, where we see the bicycle, you can't actually see it, I'm in the way. So you can like see there's a bicycle right here, and I'm assuming this is supposed to be your main character, and they've framed it such that it's really kind of hard to tell. So yeah, so of the demos I played on the channel, it's left me relatively well impressed. So I do really hope it turns out well. So I'm definitely going to want to keep in touch. It is supposed to be dropping in it was July like 13th or 14th or something, or sorry, not July, June 13th or 14th. And for the record, this demo is not new. This is back from Steam Next Fest. So this demo is a bit out of date. So there's been a bit of time from then. That said, it's not been a huge amount of time, but we'll see. But yeah, so I do hope I can get a hold of the key from the developers in some way or another, because I'd definitely be down to like actually play it on the channel. And you know, and when it comes out, like I think it'll be something definitely worth giving a go. Now, that said, it might end up being one of these ones that like just doesn't hook in the long run. We won't know until we get there. But that said, for this early of the version, I'm generally left with a good impression. Yeah, no, they mentioned please wishlist on Steam or PlayStation, so we can tell at least those two. I don't know if it'll be on anything else, but yeah. So we'll see how it goes. It's supposed to have a lot of story to the characters, because they had an entire, when I was looking at the information about it, they were like, okay, you know, they have this like long slider between like feminine and masculine, so it's not just like you're really, you know, heavily masculine. They have like a bunch of like in-betweens, non-binary and all that stuff, but it's like this big slider thing. And they did have an entire discussion on their page saying, hey, like, we understand this isn't the way gender identity works and all that, but, like, limitations within, like, being able to develop in scope and all that kind of stuff. Like, this is about the best we can, like, this is about the best we feel like we can accomplish to honor that and all that. And that they also made the decision that different characters will have different preferences. So you won't be able to romance all characters who are, romanceable. And that was a deliberate decision made so the characters can have their own different stories, versus like the Stardew Valley, Coral Island one, which is any character you romance is willing to marry and all that. Like they effectively don't have their own preferences. You impress upon them whatever you want it to be. So they did say they do have that in this game for story reasons for the different characters. Because they want all that. The print is too small on the phone to read? Yeah, there probably is some UI stuff. If not, I wouldn't be surprised if you could make that happen. I thought I saw somewhere here about scale, which I didn't mess with. I'm not seeing it now. I'd be surprised with all the other accessibility stuff here if they didn't do something with that if people brought it up. For the record, for me in game, here, let me just pull up the thing. For me in game, I didn't particularly have a problem with the text size. It might be, yeah, that's what I was gonna say is it's probably something it's hard to see your character holding a phone while you're watching the stream on a phone. But like for me actually playing on a computer, like we'll go to the text app. Like this is honestly bigger than a lot of UIs are that I've seen. So it's definitely not bad, and it's high contrast, which I really appreciate. Which a big part of that is because they are literally they're literally taking like cues from mobile apps and all that have had to deal with these types of accessibility things. So I feel like they did a good job with that. That said, what I'm going to end up doing is on the YouTube side, if you're watching on YouTube, that stream will be ending abruptly because there's no switching categories there. For the other two platforms I'm on, which is TikTok and Twitch being my main one, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to be switching to Fabledom. So give me just a minute to do all of that, and we'll go with that. I'm just going to go ahead and exit the game right now and start our music in the meantime, since it's one of those games that you click out of the window and the music goes away, which is always a